Before he became a Hollywood legend, before The Bodyguard made him a protector, and Field of Dreams turned him into a symbol of hope, Kevin Costner was just a quiet boy from Linwood, California, searching for meaning in a loud world. But behind the fame, Oscars, and glory lies a story of heartbreak, resilience, and silent battles the cameras never captured. At 70, his life is not just inspiring, it's deeply human. Stay with us, because once you hear the truth behind Kevin Costner's rise and pain, you'll never see him the same way again. But beneath that love, there was sorrow. 2 years before Kevin was born, his brother Mark Douglas lived for just one day before his tiny heart stopped beating. That tragedy haunted the family like a shadow. His father became stricter, his mother quieter, and love in their home became something fierce and protective. Kevin learned early that silence could speak louder than words, and strength didn't always shout. The Costner family was always on the move, from Compton to Ventura, then to Orange County, chasing work and a sense of stability that never stayed long enough to hold. "We were always packing," Kevin Costner once said. "I learned to keep my world inside." Every new town meant another goodbye, another start from scratch. But through those restless years, something powerful was being built inside him, a survivor's spirit. Each move taught him resilience, and each ending whispered the same lesson: begin again. By the time Kevin turned 23, he had earned a degree in marketing and finance from California State University, Fullerton. On paper, he had everything: a steady job, a young wife, a safe future. But inside, he felt trapped. The fluorescent lights of the office and the hum of typewriters drowned out the sound of his own heartbeat. The fire to create still burned within him, but fear kept it caged. And then fate, quiet, mysterious, and kind, took the seat beside him on a plane. That flight changed everything for Kevin Costner. Sitting beside Richard Burton, the legendary actor told him, "You'll be fine." Those words became Kevin's fuel. He quit his job, moved to Los Angeles, and faced rejection after rejection. From Sizzle Beach, USA to the Big Chill, failures didn't stop him, only strengthened his resolve to keep knocking on Hollywood's doors. And finally, in 1985, the door opened. Director Lawrence Kasdan, who had once cut him from The Big Chill, cast him in Silverado. Kevin burst onto the screen, charismatic, electric, impossible to ignore. From there came The Untouchables, 1987, Bull Durham, 1988, and Field of Dreams, 1989. He wasn't just acting anymore. He was embodying faith itself. By 1990, he risked it all again with Dances with Wolves, financing the film himself. Hollywood called it career suicide. It won 7 Oscars. The boy from Linwood had redefined cinema. But behind the triumph, his marriage to Cindy Silva was quietly fading. They had 3 children, Annie, Lily, and Joe, but fame had stolen time, and love grew distant. After 16 years, they divorced in 1994, one of Hollywood's costliest separations. "You see your kids half as much," he said, "and that's what breaks you." 2 years after his divorce, Kevin Costner found a brief but meaningful connection with Bridget Rooney, which brought him a son, Liam, whom he loved fiercely. Then, in 1998, he met Christine Baumgartner, the calm after every storm. She was patient, grounded, and everything his restless soul had been seeking. In 2004, they married at his Dunbar Ranch in Aspen, Colorado, surrounded by sunlight, mountains, and promise. Together they raised 3 children, Caden, Hayes, and Grace, and for nearly 2 decades, it seemed he had finally found forever. But by the early 2020s, work and distance began to erode that peace. Long days filming Yellowstone and his passion project Horizon, an American saga, took their toll. In May 2023, Christine filed for divorce, and the headlines spoke in millions. Kevin spoke in heartbreak. "The first time," he said softly, "I lost half my wealth. This time, I lost half my heart." Still, he never stopped creating. Remembering his parents, Bill and Sharon, he carried their lessons. That hard work is sacred, and kindness outlives fame, and turned pain into purpose. But nothing in his life would wound him more deeply than losing Whitney Houston. They met on the set of The Bodyguard in 1991. She was nervous, uncertain, and entirely new to acting. Hollywood doubted her, whispering that a music superstar couldn't carry a film opposite him. But Kevin saw something no one else did. "She's the one," he told the studio. "If she says yes, I'll wait for her." And he did, an entire year. When she finally agreed, he became her protector, both on screen and off. Together, they made cinematic history. When The Bodyguard premiered in 1992, it earned more than $400 million worldwide. But the numbers didn't matter. What stayed eternal was the moment Whitney sang, "I Will Always Love You." The song became a global anthem, an emotional thread that bound millions of hearts. And for Kevin, it was something far deeper than a performance. It was a promise, one born of respect and quiet admiration. When Whitney passed away in 2012, the world stopped. Cameras flashed, tears fell, and headlines screamed. But in a quiet church in Newark, New Jersey, Kevin stood before her casket and spoke words that felt less like a eulogy and more like a love letter to her soul. "You weren't just good enough," he said softly. "You were great, and I will always love you." The world cried with him, and those words became his final gift to her, a vow he has kept ever since. Then, in 2018, came his grand return. Yellowstone arrived like a storm that no one saw coming. As John Dutton, Kevin became the weary patriarch fighting to protect his land, his legacy, and his family's name. The role fit him like destiny. It was more than a part, it was a reflection of his life. The show became cable's most watched drama, drawing over 16 million viewers and earned him more than $1 million per episode. But the success wasn't about money or fame anymore. "I don't play heroes," he said. "I play men who try." Now, at 70, Kevin Costner is still trying, still building, still believing. He wakes before dawn on his Aspen ranch, walking the frosted trails where his children once played. His back aches, his knees stiffen, but he smiles through the pain. "Pain isn't my enemy," he says. "It's proof that I'm still alive." His Dunbar Ranch, valued at nearly $250 million, stands as a monument, not to wealth, but to endurance. His Santa Barbara estate overlooks the Pacific Ocean, filled with music, laughter, and gratitude. His garage tells the story of a life well lived. A 1968 Shelby GT 3.5-H Whispering Rebellion, a Land Rover Defender caked with the dust of film sets, and an old Toyota Tundra he still drives himself. But what defines him isn't what he owns, it's what he gives. He's donated millions to children's hospitals, Parkinson's research, and first responders, using his fortune to lift others. "Money isn't success," he says. "It's a tool, and tools are meant to build something." Still, his greatest creation isn't a film or a fortune. It's his family. Annie, his eldest, is a producer. Lily, a singer-songwriter. Joe, a craftsman behind the camera. Liam, quiet and grounded. And the youngest three, Caden, Hayes, and Grace, who still fill his home with laughter and light. "Family isn't a chapter," he says softly. "It's the whole book. And I'm still writing mine." And in that book, written with love, pain, and perseverance, Kevin Costner has proven that greatness isn't about never falling. It's about always finding the strength to rise again. Sometimes, at sunset, Kevin stands by the ranch fence, the horizon stretching endlessly before him. His hands, worn and scarred from decades of work, rest on the rail as the wind whispers through the pines. Behind him lies a lifetime of storms. Before him, another story waiting to be told. "I've slowed down," he once said with a small smile, "but I haven't stopped." Because Kevin Costner was never just an actor. He was a builder of worlds. A man who turned heartbreak into art, pain into prayer, and silence into song. He is living proof that no matter how many times life breaks you, you can still rise again. Dust on your boots, hope in your chest, eyes fixed on the horizon. If Kevin Costner's incredible journey touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more powerful stories of resilience and grace. Because in the end, Kevin didn't just make movies. He made meaning. And legends like him remind us that true strength never fades. Thanks for watching.